What is up, Soup to Nuts fam? It's part 2 of the mudroom renovation / custom cubbies that we've made. So part 1 started with a blank canvas, put new paneling up, built custom cubby shelves right here. And what you didn't see was I painted and then put a floor down. So now in this video, need to redo the trim for the doors. So there's 2 doors and the old trim I'm gonna reuse, but I'm gonna paint it. And I have to adjust the height of the trim because the floor is now a level higher. And then I'm gonna put baseboard down. My original intention was to do the whole project in 2 parts, but I don't want these videos to drag, so I'm gonna do a second part here with the trim and the baseboard, and then the last part will be the ceiling and the crown molding. So the ceiling finally came in. Ordering the stuff and having it delivered waiting for it is a nightmare. It takes way longer than you ever expect. Regardless, I have the ceiling, which is a tin ceiling, and I'm super excited about how that's gonna look in the space. Yeah, so we're gonna do baseboard and the door trim, and here we go. Here's some footage from when I started the project. So there it is. Went with a single piece of linoleum from Home Depot. We like the pattern, kind of see that going well with the color. And then the ceiling is gonna be a tin ceiling, a silver tin ceiling. So, kind of blingy in here. So here I am cutting down the door trim, as I mentioned before. Since the floor got raised 1 level, the sides are a little bit too long, so I got to cut them down so the top is level and the corners match. And you can see it's just a little bit too long still, so back to the saw. All right, 4th time's the charm. One here. One here. And one. All right. So that one was pretty easy. This one's gonna be more difficult, because we've got a weird angle on this wall. You can't really see it from the screen here, but it is messing up with how the trim fits against the wall. I have to shim it. And there's a weird angle too at the bottom. So if I could shim it at the bottom with a 1x3, that kind of gets my gap almost right, that it meets up at the top. But I'm gonna have to shim it with something else that's not quite a 1x3, it's on a slightly decreasing width. So I'm gonna start messing around with cutting wood that will fit that, so I can get it flushed with the top, and then that'll be okay to go all the way across, meet up on the other side, and obviously run that down to the ground. All this stuff is getting painted after it's cut. I'm still debating what to paint it, but at first it has to be primed. I don't know if I'm gonna go gray, like the entire walls and cubbies, or if I'm gonna do some sort of contrasting color. But we're gonna prime it first. All right, so this is why I always keep scrap wood laying around. I've got a couple pieces that I think are going to work. Yeah. think this is it. I think I gotta pound that one nail in, and then we'll be good with the shim.
Pound down.
I'm just gonna cut the length of that in a 1-inch strip, and that'll level me off. So that'll give me what I need to meet square at the top. So we've got our piece. We need 81.5 inches to fill up that space. And I've got like 50 some here. So 50.25. So we'll cut this into 2 pieces. It'll fill that frame and get us one. So we've got our shim up. Now we have to do the same process we've done the other door and measure out the length, because we raised the floor by a little bit, and so we're gonna have to shorten this. This is the existing frame that was on there, so we have to shorten this so that it fits. I'll start off by doing like a blade length. Cuts and it fits. Now we do this one. This one's gonna need a little bit more. Get a little bearing. I'm gonna do a full blade. We need one more cut and we'll be there. Just hair. Here we go. It all. This is a terrible angle, but here we go. Good. Now I'm going to tape these in place so I can work the baseboard around it. Okay. A baseboard here. So we're gonna have a baseboard here, a baseboard here, and then a baseboard here. And we're gonna obviously put a vent in the middle. So I'll leave room for the vent. Got another small section on the other side here, 2 sections here. Those will be at 45 degrees. The trick here is gonna be this angle here. This is bigger than 45 degrees. I don't know what angle it is. So this is gonna be a lot of trial and error. So I definitely got way too much baseboard. I got double the amount, I think, maybe triple. But it'll give me extra to practice on. And also I won't have to go get more if I make a mistake. All right, so before I start messing around with measuring that, I'm gonna figure out the angle. So I'm gonna try a bunch of different angles on the miter saw. So guys, I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I just cut an angle here. I'm I'm gonna mark that down. I think I did that at like 60 degrees. And then I'll mark this down to 60. Then I'm gonna figure out what angle on the other side fits it. So trial and error. It was way easier than I expected. My first angle I cut was 30 degrees. And so I was downstairs looking. The second angle I cut, I figured why not make it a total of 45? So I cut a 15-degree angle on the other direction, and it fits perfectly. So I don't know if that's a mathematical rule. If it is, I've stumbled upon it right now. But it seems like you take the opposite sides to equal 45 degrees. I don't know. I may be just lucky in this case. But anyway, I'm going to transfer this for my 2 tester strips here. My pieces of 1x3. I'll transfer this to the actual baseboard and see if it still holds true. All right, here's my 23-inch long with a 30-degree angle. All right, so we might have to trim that down a little bit, but now we're going to see if I can get the other side with the 15-degree angle. If we can get that to work. If we can, I think it'll be a miracle. All right, so there's my 23-inch with a 30-degree. So now I'm going to do a 7.5-inch length at a 15-degree. All right, moment of truth. Here's the 15-degree offset. I'll tell you what, I think it works. I think it works. It's not exactly square, but we'll shim it out on the bottom. You got the other side here. But it works. Well, I'm pretty impressed with myself. All right, moving on to the other side. All right, last 2 measurements for baseboard are 17.5 and 6.
Lower, please.
And 6. And that'll be on a 45-degree angle. So made my cuts. Here's the 6. And here's the 17.5. And we're in. Looking good. All right, next step, crown molding. All right, so we're gonna stop there for this video. Next video will be the crown molding and the tin ceiling. I'm super excited about how that's gonna look. We have to paint the pieces that we just cut, but we'll have that all on for the next video and get that ceiling and that trim done. And I'm really excited to see how this room looks. I'm gonna add the link to part 1 below. So if you wanna go back and watch the other one first, you can do that. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please like the video, share the video. Thanks again, guys. Take care.